Welcome to Review Time with Isip. I am Isip, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Siege War for Cybertron Trilogy Sideswipe. That is one hell of a mouthful to say. But yes, and we're going to start off with the box. The box is bloody amazing. I love this box. I didn't think I would, and it makes me sad because I have no space for these boxes, and I would love to have the figure just sitting in the box on the shelf, because these boxes are awesome. Look at the artwork on it. This is a box. This is a box, and I might just have to make an exception. Get some, I don't know, hang these on the wall or something, and put the figures back in, because this is awesome. This is I can't tell you. My nipples are hard. Sorry. TMI. Let's get that out of here. And we will take a look at the bot. And not the bot. We're going to look at the car first. And this car mode has got to be about the sleekest thing I've ever done seeing. This thing is amazing. This is my favorite vehicle mode for any figure I have ever owned. This is just, this is awesome. It has none of that wear that all the other figure, like, you know, it's got, the line is plagued with that, what do you call it? The paint wear, the, what do they call that? I knew it until I started, you know, where they make it look like, you know, it's been in a fight, I don't know, but this does not have that issue where it's got the painted on word look. What is the word I'm looking for? Like the battle damage, battle wear, whatever. It doesn't have that on the vehicle mode at all, which is awesome because this vehicle mode is too perfect to have that on there. The only thing is I wish that my guy sat like his whatever you call it here sat more flush, because it does not sit like it's supposed to quite, but it's enough that it still rolls, still does what it needs to do. It is just perfect. Like, I'm gonna bring in the masterpiece. It's not necessarily the exact same guy, but it is the same mold, and like, as sexy as that might look to you, this is, oh my god, this is my dream car. This has to be it. I would become a millionaire or a billionaire just to own this car. This is the underside of the car, and you can see the what I was talking about, the wear, and they did a pretty decent job with it on the metal looking parts. And it's not overly done, so on this guy, it doesn't bother me too much. It actually looks pretty cool. But I just love this vehicle mode. He comes with 2 weapons. He comes with this little dude here and this sort of bazooka-looking guy. I'm thinking of getting a second one of these, so I can get one of these to give to my Outback, so my Outback can have the little gun like the G1 Outback does. Let's see. Let me get the G1 Outback. Like, it's not quite the same, but you can see this is the G1 Outback gun here. I think this would work with the Titans Returns Outback. And then I can paint this guy into some other color. I might go with silver just because I think silver would make this look amazing. Or I might go with black and make him the G2 version because, oh, I can't wait for that to happen. And he comes with 2 weapons. You can put them together. There are a bunch of ports. You can stick them up here if you want to. That looks a little silly. You can stick them on the sides here, which admittedly look pretty decent. I just wish they were two of the same weapons instead of two separate ones. You can also even just rest them in these notches on the top here, which also look pretty good. I am using the wrong thing. Ha ha ha. Okay. So you can use that. And like I said, you can plug it on the side if you want to have him have like a bazooka on the side or whatever. So he has the weapons, and what really hurts it is that this guy doesn't have like two of these or two of these. I think two of these would be better. And then this can, if you want to, plug in, and you can make a super gun, which will come into play in the next mode. You can do it from either side. I think normally if it's a bazooka, it would be like this, maybe? I don't know. I don't know my weapons very well, but yes, there he is. And we will do the transformation. Let me see if I can. Let's see. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to try to get these pieces open. If there's one thing that really irks me is how tight these pieces are, but I'd rather them be tight than loose. But they're really tight, and I usually have a hard time getting, especially this one, out. I always feel like I'm going to rip my nails off. And you want to do that because you need to open these bits to swing the legs out. Let's see if I have something I can use. I shouldn't use this one. I'm going to use this box cutter a bit. But I have no idea where my screwdriver is. I'll take this and... Don't break, don't break, don't break. Oh my god, that was scary. Kids, don't do that at home. That could have been a very bad accident. So you do that. You're going to rotate this all the way around like so. Let's lift this up. So you're going to rotate that like that. You're going to come in here, and I usually have to get one of these little dudes to plug into the feet holes so I can get the feet out, because otherwise I usually can't. So close that back up, and you have to separate this. There we go. And that are the feet done. The legs are done. So yeah, pretty nice. And you come up to the top. You want to flip these pieces right here. Flip them open like so. And you're going to flip these out. And this kind of reminds me of almost like the Masterpiece Seekers. So do that. Rotate them up so we can get them out of the way. So we're going to flip these bits back inside. Okay, flip the hands out. And then you're going to take this piece and... Oh, then you're going to take this piece, and I like this because it covers up the face. You're going to take this piece here. See, there's the head. Flip this all the way down. It plugs into his crotch, and you've got that section done. Make sure you rotate that part. And that's pretty much it. Bob's your uncle. You got your Sideswipe done. So let's go ahead and get him. Ooh, that scared me. Standing up. Go ahead and raise the camera up a little bit, like so, and there we go, because it has to be even. So there we go. We've got Sideswipe in his robot mode, and he looks good. Now, honestly, I like him better in his other mode, which is really strange because normally I like my bots in their bot mode. But him, he's just so beautiful and sexy in the other mode. That's not to say he's not good looking in this mode, because he pretty much is. Let's go ahead and take a good look at his head. And it's definitely a Sideswipey head. And it's on a ball joint. So you can get a lot of wiggles, waggles, looking up, looking down, and head shaking. Rotates 360 at the arms, at the shoulders, goes all the way out. Bends at the elbow, 360 on a mushroom peg. And that's pretty much it. His arms, hands do this for transformation. It is open. That doesn't bother me as much as it should, but he just does so much else right. He's got a waist, which is actually his upper crotch. So he's got upper crotch, waist movement. Feet go all the way forward. They go all the way back. They go all the way out. They bend at the knee, and it's really cool. He's got like the back of the car. This is literally the back of the car, like where the bumper is, and it moves in and out. And sometimes it stays in, which is fine because the instructions tell you to push that out when you're transforming it into vehicle mode. So, and then he's got a tilt, and that's about it. He doesn't really have much in the way of forward and backward, but he does have a tilt, so you can get some power poses out of him if that is your choice. If you can balance him, so you can do that. And then of course you can arm him up. You've got ports here, here, there, one on his back, and his feet have ports, and that's for use with like COG and 6-gun. So now the instructions say to put this gun in his hand and then put this on his shoulder. You can do it with the peg in or the peg out, and that looks cool, but to me that looks like half a launcher. What really looks correct is plugging the whole thing together, and unfortunately you've got these extra pegs, but now he has a Sideswipe shoulder mounted gun. And let me go ahead and grab my MP Sideswipe so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, let's move you over, Mr. Night Ranger. Is it Night Ranger? Night Ranger, yeah. And give me a second. Let's go ahead and get your shoulder doodad plugged on. So yeah, so there we have. Ooh, didn't realize it was that much of a size discrepancy. Holy hell! I guess this is the new deluxe size, guys. Get used to it. But there you have Sideswipe and Sideswipe, and you can see what I mean about the guns. Like this looks like more reminiscent of this than when you do it separately. And you can't just plug this piece into his shoulder because it plugs in using, let's get him out of here. It plugs in using this flat slot and not the port. So you can do that, or you can plug it into his arm if you want to. Plug it into his arm and he can have that, or you can hold it as a gun like that, or you can take this out and plug it in like that if you wish, or you can take this and plug it in like this, and if you get two of them, they can be those cones that the people at the airport use to direct the things that fly. What are they called? Airplanes. So yeah. So that's pretty much it. There's not much else to say other than I am ecstatic that I got him. Yes, he is a bit of a small scale. I wonder where, give me a second. Let me see if I can find, let's see. Titans Returns Deluxe. Let's see, how do you stack up with them? You are noticeably shorter. Okay. That is noticeably shorter, but yeah. That's how Hasbro is doing it. Hasbro is shrinking down. But see, the thing is, they're shrinking down their product. But some of their product feels more premium, feels better than a lot of the product that they have released in the last 10 years. If that makes any sense. So, that said, I'm Icelip. I mean, look at this. This guy cleaned up really well. He cleaned up amazingly well, and the only real hollow bits you see is right there. Everything else, like, I mean, there's a bit of hollowness under there, but you have to look for it. You don't see it most any other way. Like, the legs aren't overly hollow. There's a bit of hollow space there, but, you know, here's the masterpiece, and he's got a huge hollow space. So, yeah, this guy is awesome, and his other mode is amazing. Alright, that said, I'm Icelip. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and that's all. Ciao.